Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm certainly grateful to be back, and I hope so are you. Okay, folks, I was holding off on making a video, hoping against all hope that we'll have some kind of statement from Buckingham Palace about Harry and Meghan's titles and their standing in the royal family on the 31st. But, as you all know, today is the 2nd of April and still nothing. Not a single word. And to top it off, now I am told that I was an idiot, that the review had come and gone, and that the results were the patronages which were taken away. So let us rather not go into what I think or how I feel. Let us rather just move on and talk about some very interesting discoveries. But before I do, I just want to thank my friend A for supporting me these last few days. I had to deal with some personal matters, but dear A continued to search, cut, paste, email and WhatsApp things to me so I can just jump in, do a bit of a script, narrate, etc. And I'm truly grateful for her help this week. Okay, one of the first things that came out was that Archbishop Welby had finally spoken out and confirmed that he did not marry Harry and Meghan 3 days before the big wedding. Although we all knew that it was most likely a lie, it was good to see it coming from Welby himself. And although I now feel a little better about him, I would truly appreciate him also now speaking the truth about the christening. I know that in his position it must be hard to speak out against the family of the head of his church, but as a leader, the most senior member of his church, we are talking religion and spirituality here and not politics, and thus he is also bound to the truth and nothing but the truth. So now that the truth about the backyard wedding is out, I would like the truth about the christening from Archbishop Welby. Okay, so where are we now with Harry and Meghan and their position in the royal family? Well, we are still where we were before. Their lies are still going uncontested. Well, maybe not by us and certain media outlets, but it's still uncontested by the royal family and the British Parliament, the very entities who can actually do something about their lewd actions. And by not doing anything, they have effectively been given the green light to proceed with their destructiveness. But why? Why are the both of them allowed to threaten our civil liberties? Well, with my friend's help, we've discovered one more thing or one more mystery, which could perhaps just add to all the others and which could then eventually shed more light on exactly why our royal family prefer not to act against these two grifters. Firstly, let's have a quick chat about Frogmore Cottage. We were told that the staff who lived there were relocated and the cottage converted into a single family home for Harry and Meghan. Now I'm putting it to you that this is most likely one big lie. My friend found the planning permission for Frogmore Cottage dated Wednesday the 2nd of May 2018. And please note that the planning permission is for three bedroom units and one bedroom unit. So I'm putting it to you that Meghan and Harry were not given the whole of Frogmore Cottage, but were given a luxurious 3-bedroom apartment, which of course was fitted out according to their specifications, etc., etc. So Thinking about this possibility, I now understand why Meghan Markle did not want to live there. She did not want to live there because a luxury apartment was not good enough for her. She wanted to be the queen of her own castle. She wanted it all. She wanted the 9 bedrooms and 16 bathrooms. She wanted her slaves to sleep on the hay in the stables and to come in the mornings and kneel before their master, kiss her feet before resuming their daily tasks. And when it was not to be, she didn't want to live there. And that is just my take on it. But I would like some clarification on this planning permission, because it certainly appears as if, once again, we have been lied to. Okay, so something else which came up during my absence is that Valentine Lowe is looking into Meghan's mirror. Well, we do not know why, but I'm going to take a guess. And I'm guessing that he wants to find out whether there is a connection between Meghan Markle and the owners of Meghan's mirror, and or whether she was actually doing merching and receiving kickbacks as a royal. Well, all he had to do was ask me. I did a video on Meghan's mirror a long time ago. Amanda Dishaw, Dishaw, one of the 2 women running Meghan's mirror, lives in Vancouver, Canada. And looking at her work the past few years, one will find that she and her partner Christine Ross had spoken to a variety of magazines, newspapers, etc., about the clothing, lives and styles of such people as Jessica Mulroney and Justin Trudeau's wife, Sophie. But when Meghan started making the headlines as Harry's girlfriend, they launched Meghan's Mirror in October of 2016. Amanda and Christine formed the Effervescence Group, a very profitable company which also runs a blog called What Would Kate Do and a website called Dress Like a Duke, along with newsletters and pages on Twitter and Instagram, etc. Christine was also in Windsor for Harry and Meghan's wedding, working as a fashion expert for multiple broadcasters. Both Amanda and Christine readily admit that they make use of a network of stylists, fashion, and PR contacts. So, although they refuse to name names, it becomes clear to me by the 3rd or 4th article that I read that one of these stylists would and could be Jessica Mulroney. Jessica acted as Meghan's stylist during the first few months of her marriage to Harry. It is also said that Jessica solicited freebies for Meghan from designers and fashion outlets. The very same freebies which caused one of the bigger arguments between Meghan and staff at Kensington Palace. Okay, so there you go, Mr. Lowe. Amanda and Christine, Jessica Mulroney, and then all these designers whom Meghan had been dressing into. You know, all those dresses that didn't fit quite properly because they were sent as freebies from Canada. And then, of course, these 2 women were giving the heads up ahead of time. And then who were they given the heads up? Jessica Mulroney, of course, because it's one hand washes the other. Right, and then something else. My dear friend A also found this on Skippy V20, and it reads, Anonymous asked, see Dan posters saying there's a rumor out there that Netflix is getting worried because MM tells them to deliver scripts to different addresses, none of them in Montecito. MM is there with a dark-haired man. No Harry, no Archie. She also might have been nasty to one courier. He asked not to deliver. Well, again, in a previous video, I told you that she uses different addresses. Nothing comes to their supposed home in Montecito. Not even their vehicles are registered at their home address, but instead at the business address of the United States accountant. Something I also shared with you extensively in a previous video. Now that they have appointed Ben Browning as head of content for Archwell Productions and Archwell Audio, I would assume that correspondence from Netflix would go to him. And talking about Ben Browning, with the help of A, and I truly dedicate this video to her, there wouldn't have been one if it wasn't for her help. Anyway, with the help of A, I found out a little more about the script he bought the rights on, which deals with Princess Diana's death. It is titled Inquest, and the writer used the pseudonym Sam Cohen, but it had since leaked that it was written by scriptwriter Josh Simon. The story is about a British prosecutor, Michael Davies, being hired by Dodi Al-Fayed's father to investigate the accident. Ben Browning purchased the script in 2013 after bidding on it. Anyway, now that Ben Browning is working for Archwell, it is speculated that he has the full backing of Meghan and Harry to find the funding to produce Inquest. There is also gossip that the set for the movie is already being built at Tyler Perry's studios. My friend A even went on Google Maps and she tried to go and have a peek at the studios, but there was nothing much to be seen there because the story was that they were building a replica of Kensington Palace. But like we discussed, I cannot see them building a full replica like they did of the White House. Instead, I would think that inside one of the studios, they would have fake fronts and then just set up a couple of rooms. I've also heard that a 2-part documentary on Harry and Meghan's Megxit is already in production for Netflix, or that production is to start very soon. So I guess we better buckle up and make sure our false teeth are properly glued in, because by the looks of things, we are in for a wild ride over the next few months, and that things are about to get a lot worse. I am told that the Oprah interview will look like a children's cartoon strip compared to what is coming. Okay, dear friends, hopefully circumstances here at home will quieten down over the next few days and I'll be able to buckle down on all the info that is flooding in. Once again, I really appreciate the help and support I'm getting from all of you. You are fantastic, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, guys and gals, until we meet again on the next video, take care of yourselves. Bye.